Hi all, welcome to my channel. Look at the state of this hat. I need to wash this. How bad's that? Welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. We've now got issue 80 of D'Agostini's Build Your Own R2-D2. Okay, we only were working on one panel this time, and I've laid these out here, which is the pretty impactful centre panel with the blue little details here, which will spout out by themselves. And look, we got loads of electrics and stuff in this. As you can see there, I've also laid out the screws. There's 13 of the 2.3 times 6mm self-tapping screws, which we're going to need. So there's 13 of them. We won't get that wrong, because I've already had to read through the instructions. What are we going to be doing? Well, we'll turn to the page. This is everything that we get, like cables, switches. It's very clever how they've got the switches disguised into those bits there, so we can operate the thing manually by pushing them. I can't wait to do that. But yeah, we're going to be putting some of the detail in, as you can see here. Wiring the electrics, it's all going to be done on the panel here, so that at the end we're going to have something we're looking like this at the back, and as you saw what the front looked like there with the switches. When I got this, it looked like there's a hell of a lot to do, but after just reading through it, I'm sure we can whiz through this really quickly. That's why I've been holding off doing it, but I wanted to get something done before I go to the Insomnia Gaming Festival on Thursday. So if any of you are there up in Birmingham, in the UK, between Thursday and Monday, you'll see me there. The other thing is, yes, I've seen your emails, your tweets and everything. I've heard about issue 84 and the clutch problems. Haven't got it yet, but when it comes, it's going to be like the issue 48 of Build the DeLorean, I'm guessing. But its reputation precedes it. Let's get cracking on this. All right, step one, we're basically going to be getting the little frame here, and we've got these details here, which I'm just going to get out the first one here, which looks a bit like that. It's only the straight one this time. We're not dealing with the bits that actually ping out on their own at the moment. And we're going to be putting this into the unit. It can only go in, I think, one way. Because if you try and put it in the wrong way, you see you've got a lip on this at the bottom. There is a lip there. It's going to look pretty stupid. And I don't know if it will let you, actually. Oh, it does let you. What way does the lip go? It says, make sure it says, take the front panel plus the data slot. This has two that fit into two holes at the top of the panel. And make sure BP43 is this way up and press it into place. So the lip there that you see on that, on the top, is going to be on the top. So it's going in that way. Get it right this time, because I'm always putting things in backwards, upside down and everything lately. These are going to be secured with these two of these screws. And as you can see, there's the holes there. We're going to put the first one in here. I've actually been away this weekend. That's why this video is a little bit late coming out. I would have done all of these together. But I visited the magical town. Magical city of York. Had a good time in York. Very cultured there. There we go. That's the first part, and that's up to step 3. Now, step 4, we're going to be putting this bit in. Now, if you remember from my last issue, we need to make sure, or the last time I had one of these details, that's this detail here, we need to put it in the right way. The way it goes in is with the thin end, the small end there, to the bottom. So that's going to be going in just like that. Don't put it in the other way. As a matter of fact, I don't even think this one will let you. Let's have a look. Yeah, it won't let you put it in the wrong way on this one, so it can only go in one way, which is good. I like things which are pretty self-explanatory, where I can't go wrong. You know me, I'll go wrong, even if it's put in front of me with an A to B. But there we go, that's the first one in here. And second, this is 2 screws that go in into this one here. And this is step 6. Put the second one in. Oh, that's gone in absolutely perfectly. So, at the moment, our front now looks just like that. Very nice. Okay, next one, we've got to put that to one side, because we need a couple of bits. We need this little bit here, and we also need the little bit that's going to be going on the back of it. What it wants me to do, it says it has a moulded arrow at the bottom of this. As you can see, you've got a moulded arrow just there. At the bottom, it's going to be following the unit, sort of like into this section here. This has got a lip on it here as well. It's going to be going into the front, and we're going to be pushing this into the front just like that. So that arrow section, as you can see there, is facing down. And then we're going to be putting this part over the top, and as you can see, this part's got a little lip on top of it there, so it can only go in one way, so that lip fits into that slot there. So once we've got that in, that will fit perfectly flush just like that. And it will fall out the other side, of course, because those things happen. But at least we know what way round it goes. And once they're in, and I'm holding them in now with my finger, we're going to be screwing this in with not one of the screws. This is step 10 and 11. Just get one of these screws and put it through the centre there. And we'll get this screwed in. Why was I worried about this issue? This issue is lovely and easy. I get concerned, I think, when I see a pack arrive and there seems to be loads and loads of stuff into it. So that's now looking like that. I'll show you on all these cameras, actually. Pretty cool. That was up to step 11. Now, step 12, we've got this sort of like mesh section here. This is it's plastic, but it's quite flexible. As you can see, it can move. Don't move it too much, or you're going to break these off. That looks like a sprue. But we're going to be putting it in from the inside here. And as you can see, you've got a little screw hole. So when this goes in, it can only go in one way. So it's wanting me to put a screw in there. So there's only one screw this is being held into. Step 12 is putting it on. Step 13, step 14 is actually putting the screw in. So put the screw in there now, and that will hold that in place. And that is all of those details. Show you on that camera. And that one. That's all of those details absolutely complete. Looks pretty good. Ready to push these in. But these switches here don't do anything. I'm going to put them to one side unless I sort out the electrics for it. So let's get the electrics out. I'm just going to tip all of this out. We've got 6 switches on this board here. Looking like that. We've got a case, a wire and a bracket. The first thing it wants me to do, turning the page, is plug in the wire. That's an easy one, I can do that. It looks like both of these sockets are exactly correct, so we'll put these in exactly as they want it. It can only go in one way, so we get this and just push it in just like that. Making sure you don't bend any pins. You don't want to be bending pins. And then that's fit lovely and tight in there. Also, when you're pushing it in, put some pressure on that, because you don't want to bend this off the board here as well, because these are all soldered in. So, but once that's in, I'm guessing we're never going to have to take that out again. So once you've got that in, next thing we're going to be doing is putting this into the outer section here. Okay, so the way this goes into here, as you can see, you've got these little pins at the top and the holes at the bottom. And as you look on the motherboard, some little holes for pins and the 3 screw holes. So it can only go in one way. When we put it in, we're going to put it over the top pins like that, and then we're going to be screwing 3 pins into the bottom. I'm just going to click every single switch to make sure I've got no damaged switches there. I haven't, so that's a good sign. And we'll secure this now with the 3 screws. So first screw they want me to put in is at this side over here. And this is step 5, and then step 6 we're going to be putting the other 2 screws in place. So that's the first one. Here's the second one. And last but not least, here's the third one. And that is step 6 completed. Now step 7, this whole unit here, we're going to be putting on the bracket. Now the bracket is going to be going this way round with the number. So you'll have the number facing up, and they've got it sort of like that way round. So when we put this on, I'm making sure we put it on the right way. It's going to follow the indents. It can only go in way again. You've got a little peg to go into the centre hole there, and then the 2 screw holes. It won't let you put it in the other way, otherwise the holes are not going to line up. And once again, we're going to be putting 2 screws in here, and this is step 8. That's going to leave 2 of the screws left now. I'm glad they gave us loads of these in the last issue, because I really didn't have many of these left. That couldn't have just fallen apart anymore, could it? Okay, let's get that lined up again. On there like that, and screwed him. I can't help pressing the switches while I'm doing this. So that's one in, and we'll put the one in the other side as well. Just put it in the hole first. You'd think there'd be an easier way than this, but if it can be dropped, I'm going to drop it. And there's the second one in. Perfecto. And last but not least, we're just going to be putting these behind the switches that we had here. I'm just making sure that there's how many ways this can go. I think it can only go in one way, but the way you put it in is with the power supply is going to be facing inwards. So it's going to be going on just like that. So it's going to fit in that section there, and we're screwing it into that section there. So what I'll do, I'll get these last 2 screws in and show you what that looks like. I have put them in all the way at the moment. I'll just put them in enough so that I can get a bite on the screw. There's the top one in as well. Give it a good tighten up now, and I'll show you what that looks like. There we go. So that's in just like that. As you can see, it's nice and straight. And then theoretically, when I push these, we should hear a click now. Excellent. That's 6 done. A wire all ready to go. And that's the finished bit, just like that. Guess what? That's issue 80 done. Now, I know that everyone's got issue 81, 82, 83 and 84. 4 issues. They've already got them. Mine's actually been sent out, believe it or not. So I might get it a little bit earlier. And I've also told them, can you please start sending me these on time? So you never know. I might get 8 together on the next issue. But that was issue 80. Hope you liked that video. Take care.